Hello and welcome back to Jessi FIT Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile. And welcome to day 25 of my 28-day challenge. And we will be doing a mostly upper body workout with the Pilates Ring or the magic circle. And I got really dressed up because I really think that you should be celebrating if you've done the challenge. If you haven't done the challenge and you're just joining in because you wanted an arm workout with the magic circle, well, welcome. That's totally awesome and fabulous too. But you can check out the challenge by heading over to my website or checking out the description box below and seeing all of the videos. So with that all being said, give yourself a big pat on the back because sticking to a workout plan for a month is something a lot of people struggle with. And once you're finished with this, there's quite a few other challenges on my YouTube channel, and I will be uploading at least one video a week here, and I'll also have some other stuff going on too. So make sure you head over to my website so you can stay updated on all things Pilates and unicorn with me. I'm not gonna lie, today's workout is gonna get a little bit more advanced than some of the workouts I've done in the challenge if you've been tuning in. I do think most of it you'll be able to get through. Of course, if you have an injury or anything like that, you can always leave a move out, fast forward. I'll never ever be offended if you need to do that. The best thing you can do is do your best, and sometimes not every exercise is appropriate for every person. Let's get started with a little bit of a warm-up. I'm going to place the circle onto my hip and just press it down. And I'm just going to do a little arm circle move here, right? I'm just going to circle back and around. And what that's doing is I want to keep my hips square as I'm doing that circle. This dress isn't so good for the arm circles. And I'm really reaching my feet down into the mat. And I'm reaching my unicorn horn up to the ceiling, now other direction. My feet are parallel, or they should be. Two more. And then other side, so I'm gonna switch the circle over to this hip, give a little squeeze, and I'm just gonna make sure, right, that circle gives me a little visual cue so I can see if my hips are swinging. And I'm just gonna circle that arm back a few times and make sure my torso should stay totally facing you right now. Right, if I start to twist my torso, then that's not what I'm looking for. And then other direction, right? So forward and down, back, up, forward, down. Two more. Loosening on up. And then go ahead and take the circle in front of your chest and give me a squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze. Now make the squeezes really short and sharp. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then take it down. Hold it at your hips and squeeze, 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 squeeze. And take it up, 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 up. Hold it at your chest. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Right, warming up your arms. Take it up. Doesn't have to be on the ceiling. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And to your chest. And I'm really hollowing out my belly. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. And down, 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 down. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. These are called sparkles. Very classical exercise. Squeeze, John Pilates himself did it. And take it up, 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 up. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. Abs are in and down, 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 down. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. And down, 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 down. And hold it there. And from there, I'm going to show you the back. You're going to take the circle behind me. And I'm going to reach it back. Bring it in. Here, I'll show you the side view. Reach and in. And I should really feel my chest getting a big stretch. So I'm gonna make sure my spine is tall, right? I'm not arching or rounding, that's kind of hard for me. And then from here, I'm gonna hold it, squeeze. It'll barely move. Release it down, up, squeeze, release it down. And try to keep the spine tall, up, squeeze, release it down, up, squeeze, release it down. Now I'm gonna hold it here, and I'm gonna bend, stretch, keeping the spine as tall as I can. That's the hard part. You'll see the natural tendency will be for you to want to do that. But keep that spine tall, keep the chest open, lift, lower, and bring my feet together. Really squeeze my abs in and out. or up and down rather. 4 more. You can kind of slide the circle up and down. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to take the circle to my hip and I'm just going to press. Now I'm going to take the arm up and I'm going to press and reach towards the circle. Come down, a little mermaid. Press and reach and down. One more time. Press and reach. Go ahead and switch sides. Just 3 on that side. Press and reach. Press and reach. Again. And now actually bring your feet together if they weren't already. And let's go ahead and bring the arms to about shoulder height. Squeeze the circle and curl, right? You'll just have to kind of graze your head. And the more you squeeze it, the harder these will get. Some bicep curls. Keeping the spine tall. Maybe let's add some heel raises in. You're going to stay parallel. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, and lift. A few more. 4. And remember, the more you squeeze a circle, the more of a workout you'll get. 3, 2, and just hold it there and squeeze, 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 squeeze. Stay high on your heels if you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take everything down and we're gonna hit the mat now. So come on down and we're gonna come to a plank position. And come onto your hands and knees first. And bring the circle. You'll have to find the bottom of your rib cage, and that's kind of where you want this circle to be. You're gonna have your hands down. You can always be on your elbows. Actually, you can't really be on your elbows here, but you can be on fists or use 5-pound weights to make that a little better. And you might need to adjust that a few times. And I want you to just kind of practice sending your weight in, bend your elbows, and then come up. So you'll notice that when you send your weight into the circle, it lowers you down. And what this is really great for, I'm gonna take my hands out a little bit wider and I'm gonna really press my fingertips into the mat, is push-ups. So come to a kneeling kind of push-up position first, and you'll feel that it's a much different experience. Like I feel this a lot in my back body and my core, as opposed to my arms and my shoulders. And then maybe you can take a full plank. And it just feels a lot different. 5 more. Exhale. Inhale, right? You're bending your elbows. Stretch, right? Lowering into the circle. I'm really zipping my abs in, squeezing my thighs. 2 more. 1 more. And then knees down. And bring your knees in for just a second. You take like a quick cat-cow. We try not to move the circle too much. You can adjust the circle as you need to. And then I want you to take one leg up. Right, so I'm in this kind of quadruped position first. And I'm gonna go down, up, down, up. And then switch it around, right? So I'm giving you different kind of variations. You can probably see we're gonna go with this. One more like this. And then try the kneeling push-up position. One leg up. And I feel this a lot in my triceps. I'm kind of bending my arms back, Pilates style. 2 more, yoga style, as opposed to out wide. And then switching. Really turning my glutes on. Keeping my hips as square as I can. 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. I'm just gonna come up first. I can come off my wrist. Maybe do a few circles. And then the other way. And we can try full. Of course, you can do one of the other variations. So come out to your quadruped, come on back to your plank. Take one foot up. We'll do 5 on each leg. 5. And my stabilizing leg is really strong. My abs are engaged. 2 more. 1 more. And then switch it around, really turning my glutes on. Big deep breaths. 2 more. And the trick is you almost have to let the circle press you back up. Ooh, okay. So from there, we're gonna go into some oil riggers. So oil riggers they're kind of gonna look something like that. I'm not gonna tell you that there's a lot of coordination and it's a lot of balance. So do your best. You can always go into one of those 3-legged kind of push-ups. So I think I'm gonna go here to give you a little bit of a 360 view. So I'm on my hands and knees. And let's actually bring the circle here, I think, first. And you can press the circle, right? And then lift it. So I'm almost in that chest press position. It's gonna work the shoulder and the chest. And as you can see, just that, like to really keep it level, like if I want to keep the circle like without it wobbling, it's not that easy. You can always play around with that position. Now, what if you were to take the other leg up, right? So just do a few of these and then down. Now, as you squeeze the circle, lift the leg, lower, just do a few, lift, lower, lift, lower. And of course, keeping your spine neutral. Few more. Chest stays open. Now, hold it. Hold the leg up. Can you bend your bottom arm and then stretch both? So you're doing like a push-up here. Bend, stretch. That's what I'm calling an oil rigger. Bend and stretch and bend and stretch. It's all in the arms for me. Give me 5 more. 4. I'm inhaling and exhale, keeping both sides of my waist long. 2, 1. Now I'm gonna hold it halfway. I'm gonna pulse that leg up, 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 and then the arm and then press, 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 lift, lift, lift. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So from here, I'm gonna turn and face it the other way just so you can see both sides. Ooh, definitely feel that just about everywhere. And I'm going to, so making sure that I'm actually switching sides. And I'm going to take, well, first let's do exactly what we did. You can take a quick cat-cow, right? Align yourself. Press the circle and then left, right? And this is my left hand, which might not be as strong as my right. And it's definitely not. And down, up, down. And I'm gonna add a leg in. So hip stay square, press, release, press, release. Lots of actions. Press, press. 4 more. Spine is long, right? From my tail to my horn. Hip stays square. Now we're gonna go into the oil rigger. So I'm gonna hold it, lower myself by bending my arms, stretching. And my non-circle arm is really the working arm. Exhale, inhale, lower, press, come down, come up. Last 5. I think both arms are actually working. Keep that circle as square as you can. Now hold that, pulse that leg up, 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 up. Now add the leg, add the arm, press and lift, lift, press and lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on down. I'm going to take a big stretch. Let's take a child's pose with the circle. Stretch everything back into your hips and then draw your abs in and reach into the circle as you stretch through your elbows. Big lat stretch. From here, we're going to go into some side plank work. We're going to start, and I'm going to layer the moves the kind of the way I always do. So, you know, if something doesn't feel right, you can always leave that. We're going to start with the circle in this, like, sort of lower rib position. So find where your bottom rib is, place the circle there, and then send your weight into it. And my legs are kind of stacked. Right? Down, up, down, up. And I know nobody really likes side planks, but this will really help you start to get into them. And you can play around. I should probably have my arm. Actually, arm in is going to make things a little more challenging. Arm out should make things a little less challenging. So you can play around with that. Now, if you want to take things, actually let's come up for a second. You want to take things a little further. Give it a stretch in between. It'll get to be a lot if we do all of those in a row without a stretch. If you want to take it a little further, you can start there. But if you want to take it a little further, you can come into a side plank and just, you know, play around with that. And maybe go into the circle, out, in, out. And arm can be down too. That'll help you. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can kind of do these on the elbow. It just gets really hairy. It does. So you modify on an elbow, but I recommend taking the circle away. So let's do a side bending stretch here in between. So this hand's on the floor, that opposite hand is a big stretch. Now, final add-on, and then we'll go over to the other side. We're gonna come into that side plank. Remember, you can have this hand down. See if you can lift and lower the leg. Lift, lift, and I'm holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna settle down, grab the circle, and from there, let's take this leg on top, the opposite leg on top, and let's go into a tricep stretch here. And then you can kind of come forward and up. Get ready for the other side. I'm gonna just switch my head over to this side, but you might need to do something else to accommodate. And we'll start with the easy variation and we'll build into a more challenging variation. So bottom rib, you want to find it. And then you want to kind of come down and up. Right, I'm coming down into it, right? And then up. And there's this sweet spot where the circle is almost doing the work. I mean, you're definitely still working. Right, you gotta almost let the circle push you, and you might have to play around. If it's your first time doing this, this isn't always the easiest thing to wrestle with the circle. 2 more. And then the top arm can always be down. All right, and then come on up. Take this arm up and just reach over to the side. And we're gonna try the full plank on this side. So situate yourself the best you can. You can hold, right? Took one leg, then the other. You can hold and just dip, lift, dip, lift, dip, lift, dip, lift. I really feel this, right? 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna come down carefully and then really big stretch. I'm gonna take that wrist this time. Okay, so final round, taking the leg up. So bring the circle to that bottom rib. Set yourself up, right? So I'm bringing that foot out first. And then I'm gonna bring my hips, my circle alignment up, up, up. 5 more. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. And then take that leg down, set yourself down. Now, opposite hip comes on top. Arm that was just underneath, tricep stretch. Come on forward. Moving right along. So we're gonna go back to this side just so we're not killing one side at a time. And we're gonna come to a tall kneeling position. And I'm going to place the circle about 12 inches away. And I'm just gonna come down into it. Should be obliques and then up. And again, trying to keep that circle perpendicular. 1 more. Now, I'm gonna take the leg out. And I just readjusted, press down, up. And maybe take this arm up. And I have this foot pointed, like the toes pointed towards you. Now press, keep pressing, twist, lift, come up. Press, twist, right? Really push into it. Lift, try as best you can to really control the circle. That's the hard part. Lift. Let's do 4 more. Really opening the chest, coming in, opening, coming in. Now coming up and opening, I just slid that away. I'm gonna take the leg up. Now with the leg up, press into the circle, down. In, in, in. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bring that circle up over your head. Bring it over to the other side. Big deep stretch. So slide the circle, for me it's about 12 inches. I'm gonna keep that shoulder off my ear. Press down, that should be more obliques. Keep both these reaching into the mat. Really bend, up, bend, up. Now, hold it out there, and let's take that leg out. Toes are pointed towards you. Press, left. Maybe take the arm up. Push. Right, this side's a little tighter, so I really feel that in the hip too. Down, up. Really working everything on this move. Now hold it down. Twist underneath, untwist, left, right down, and I just readjusted, twist, untwist, left, down, twist, untwist, left, down, twist, untwist, left, press, reach, unreach, left, press, reach, unreach, left, down, 2 more, down, 1 more, down, twist, lift, up. Now hold it down. See if you can press that leg up. I just reached that circle away. Now holding that leg up, I'm gonna see if I can keep that arm up. Press, 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 press. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, I'm going to bring that leg in. Now, I'm going to do a fancy stretch with the circle. Take one arm up with the circle, and then really, really, really stretch over and bend. Right, pull that shoulder back. I'll give you the strength front view. This shoulder, really pulling back. That'll be your right. And then take it up, switch hands. And thank you so much for tuning in. Pulling that down shoulder back. I hope you enjoyed this magic circle arm workout. We are so finished. I tried to, keep the challenge pretty available for most people. I didn't want it to be advanced. I know some of the other challenges I've done before were definitely, I know some of the 14-day challenges, definitely some of the workouts were a little bit more on the advanced side. So this one I kind of kept a little bit more intermediate so that it wouldn't be so intimidating. But as we get to the end, I wanted to definitely throw some fun stuff at you. We really only have 2 more days because, as you know, once a week I give you a rest day, and I might be going live that day. So make sure if you check the blog and comment below and let me know what it is that you want to see next and what was your favorite workout in the challenge. Thank you so much. You've been so amazing, and I'm so proud of you for getting this far into the challenge. I just know that you're gonna love doing Pilates, and I just know that it's something that you can do for life, and it's really something you can do at home. And right now, that's awesome.